an event tomorrow. I am supposed to have 10 beanies, 2 hoods. Let me see what I wrote in a little special journal.
Either, but
What I
like
really
just
wanted to
from a
do. This is
practical point of
my
view as a regular person, what
planner.
is the
It
point of
is
interviewing
my
this guy?
yearly
He's not
planner.
going to say anything
And this is
different
this
than
year,
what he
and it
said on
falls
your
into next year as
program.
well,
And
until
if
up
he repeats what he
until
said on your program, it just
June no, next year of
it defeats their entire
2026.
motion. So I
But
think, they don't even get
it's already
there.
filled up.
I don't see Judge Everett even
So
allowing
I'm
the interviews to
supposed
go
to
forward.
have
I don't
some
know if
stuff
Tim, you feel
done.
differently.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see.
have to
I'm
bring
supposed to
and show
have
a
10
clear abuse or
items.
violation
Items. I'm supposed
before
to have
that
10
judge is going to make
beanies.
them come
So
back
far, I
and discuss
have
what they said. And he told them that you never have
four
to
and a half
discuss this
because I'm
again.
finishing
You
one
can
right
talk
now.
about it. You never have to discuss this again.
I'm
And he's
supposed to
not
have
going to
2
do that
hoods.
on a
I
willing
have one
motion
hood
like
that I
this,
haven't
willy-nilly
finished
motion,
that
just because
I was like
gosh,
kind of thinking
this
about. I
guy
think I'm
I'd
gonna
love to have a
scratch
beer
the
with. I
hoods
wouldn't put him on my
because
jury, and I'll bet
it's a
his
lot of work.
favorite witness in the
So, but
trial
if I
was
make
the
it,
bump
maybe I
man.
make it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll make only one hood, and that'll be good enough. And I only have today and tomorrow
Yeah,
is
he's very
the event
professional,
starts
tough
at
witness.
11. It's 11 to 7. I'm supposed to have 10 tie-dye of the outfits that I have.
Oh,
And
that's your
I
employee.
have like a bunch of shirts that
That's
I'm
your
going to
employee.
sell. I have some really cute ones that I'm going to sell. I had some ideas for them, but it didn't come out the way that I wanted them to, but they'll still work out. So I have like a few, which I'm really excited about. So I'll definitely do that. So we got some tie-dye, which is great. We might even have 10 tie-dyes, so we don't know. The poems that I wanted to have, I wanted to print out. I don't think I'll be able to have it on that go round. I think that's
She's not
just
going
gonna
to
have
get
to
a
go on my
public defender.
website.
She's got
And
funds.
also, cha-ching, cha-ching,
And if
cha-ching.
Michael did it,
If you
he'd
got to
probably do
read
it
my
on a
description, what I
discount since he'd
said
already
was
read the transcript. He's very
specifically
familiar with the case.
that
I don't think there's a conflict because Charlie didn't testify.
my website is gonna get even more beautiful,
I think
and my
he could
website is
handle
gonna be
that appeal.
phenomenal. I'm so excited to have my website
So
because I'll
yeah,
start paying money
she's gonna hire
and
whatever she
open
needs.
it up, and I'll have more activity, more ability to be able to do more. So I'm really, really excited about that. And thank you for the 3 people that are in here. I'm watching a case, the 8 case. I'm just hearing it
I don't want
talk
people to
because
get mad at
I'm
me.
obsessed with the case. And
I hate
right
to
now
be the
there's no the
doomsayer,
trials. They already
but
convicted Donna
I don't believe
Edison.
there's
We like
any
this. We
imminent
like that. Thank you
charges
for the 16
going to be
people.
filed, any
We
new
clap for
defendants.
everybody up in here.
I'm gonna be going on to whatnot to see how
17.
many Funko
And I
Pops
like
I
to
can buy
count
with just
my people.
$100.
So right now 17 is the
Let me bid
highest number,
$8.
and
Let's
0
go
is
for
the
10. Okay,
lowest.
guys.
So
We got
right
our first
now,
one here
okay,
for
good, good, good,
$10.
good.
This one
As long
here
as
is Bud Bunny.
we're
Let's
at
go bid
0,
$2 on
then
this
that's
one. We'll
good.
bid
As
4.
long as
Come
we
on,
don't get too
$4.
negative
Come
people,
on,
then that's fine.
$4.
But
Nice. Let's
anyways,
go 5. I just
I'm
bid
watching the
again.
Edison
Okay,
case,
let's
which
go.
is really exciting. I think I'll turn it down. The guy, so I'm in the comments area right now where a lot of people just come, and I'm soaking up sun. The sun's about to leave, and I am a migrator, which is one of my favorite things I like to say, because that just means that I migrate with the sun, like how the birds migrate with the season. I migrate with the sun. I don't like to do cold. And today I woke up and my fingers were cold. I didn't like that. I was like, and I feel like the tips of my fingers, like when I'm outside and a little bit of breeze hit my face right now, it's tolerable. Like it's long sleeves weather for me, I think. In the sun, and I'm just trying to soak up as much sun as I can before winter comes and I leave the cold, because I don't do cold. Hey, respect to number 1% right now. Oh, number 3. Woo, woo, woo. But anyways, so yeah.
Betsy, let you read between the tea leaves. I mean,
yes,
Tim knows people.
Boom. But let me see.
You think that
the poems are gonna have to go to my website. So when my website is under construction, you can still be able to do some stuff, but it's gonna be even more beautiful. And I have a vision for it, and I've already mapped it out, and I already drew it out, and I know how it's gonna function, and I will make sure that it functions like that. So when it's ultimately done, I'll be really satisfied. So that's the website, and that's where you're gonna be able to get my little poems that I have, because I write poems, I write poetry. Yes, I write emotional stuff. I have to print out 2 things today. That's
because
on
if
the
you look at the
list.
timeline and the deadline for the filing of that motion was on the date of the murder.
Okay, I'll remember.
And I don't
My
think any
pen
of
is in there
that
and I'm not looking
information
in
is
there.
derivative
Hey, shout out
of
to
her
that one person that's in
testimony.
here. Woo
It's
woo, you're
coming
holding it
from
together.
other
Thanks.
sources.
Appreciate you.
So that they're gonna arrest her. I mean,
So yeah, oh, let me
send
show
her
you the
the bill to
beanies.
Tim
I think
because
it's
I
only
think
right.
All
I
Tim
love
said
them.
was
I
all
love
Tim said
them.
was
And
imminent.
sometimes I look
That
at
was
them
the
and I'm
word.
like,
Right.
I don't want to
Imminent.
sell
That's what
them,
I
but
did.
okay.
I'm like, I didn't make them
Originally
for me,
predicted
so
1
I'll
week,
sell
and
them.
I'm
But
way beyond
I
that
love
now.
them.
But as long as
Let me
everybody
show
else said
you
3 months,
what
as
I've
long as I
created.
don't
And
go
this is
over, I
the,
still win.
I've
But
made
you
these
got
in
the
the
jury
span of
verdict
like
right.
I
You
did.
said no
2
questions. Quick
days or
verdict.
whatever.
Right?
Okay.
We are staying
Thank you, Tim,
tuned.
for
Hello.
mentioning that.
So,
I
anyways,
remember
this is what
everything
we're
you
working on
say.
right now,
I
okay?
mean, George has said
Appreciate the
stay
10
tuned
people that's in
twice.
here. The
So
highest
Tim
number
is
is
just
17.
saying
The lowest
not
number is
imminent.
0. So we're doing good
And
at
Tim, what about
10.
this here? So for
Appreciate you. Ooh.
Brianna, who's in the
Okay,
chat, always a
anyways,
witness would
I'm
have to
catching
flip
the
or new
last
evidence
days of summer,
uncovered. I
which
mean, is it
is
possible that
fall,
they're sitting
beginning of
on new
fall. So,
evidence
I'm soaking up a lot of
from
sun.
these
Oh, my
devices
chest
that
is
we
so
just
happy
don't
right now. Oh,
know
let me get my
about right
necklace.
now?
Ooh,
Is that possible?
16, 14. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways,
There
this is
just
going to be
is so
something very
much
cute.
that, let me just
I
say
know you
this.
think, am I making
Before
a
a
scarf?
prosecutor
No, I'm
gives
not.
immunity to
Okay?
a witness, they should
No, I'm
fully
not making a scarf.
understand what that
I'm making
encompasses.
something more
Because when you
beautiful because
force
me, I'm
somebody to
not a
go on a
really
stand and
huge thing into
testify,
scarf
and you're
because why
compelling
have a
them
scarf when
to
you can have a
violate their
mask?
own
Like, so
constitutional
me, I
right
don't
to
do really
waive it,
scarves at all.
and then you want to use
But
it
here's
against them,
this,
the court
and
is going
I
to go out
am
of their
loving
way
the colors. I love it
and
because this is
protect
fall
that person
theme.
who was
Okay, I have a
forced
lot
to
of
give
fall
up their
theme colors. It's
constitutional
fall
right.
now. Like,
That's a
I want
very
people to
high
look
burden,
like
very big
fall.
burden.
So, anyways,
And
this is
I'm
gonna be my
just,
little
and
T-shirt, my
it's
little
going to get
cat
hatred.
beanie hat.
There's one crazy guy that's going to go
We're
on the
just
internet
about
again. So
this
be it.
way. Here's its
And I
size so
challenge that guy
far.
to have his
We've got to
experience
go
I had
somewhere
in
because
courtrooms,
nobody's
in
head is
trials,
this small
handling
down here.
cases.
So we're gonna
I'm
have
just
to
giving
make
you
it
my
at
opinion. This
least
is a very difficult hurdle for the state.
and
I mean, that's reality.
to our
But to
cat
Betsy's point, I don't.
this.
We're going to see how it plays
Pretend
out.
we
I mean,
have
Tim
this
again
much
used the
more,
word imminent. So like
which is right
Christmas
here.
time is not imminent as it relates to right now, unless I don't know what
Here.
you're talking about.
My
Woo.
daughter's wedding is imminent.
That'll be too
Yeah, your
wide
daughter-
for me.
yeah.
Oh,
That's in December.
yeah.
Miriam says,
So I gotta do this
unfortunately, I
much
think
more.
like Tim.
So,
Tim
and let me
errs
show you
on
the
like
beanie.
arm things like
For the
Tim.
4
Erring on
people
the
that are
side
still
of
in here, I
paranoia.
appreciate you.
I
Let's
don't know.
see
This
the
is a safe
beanies
space. All
because
opinions are
the
welcome here.
16,
Tim is
17,
not
the 2
saying
people that are in here still
he's not
holding
being
strong. Shout out
indicted
to the
ever.
second
He's just
person.
saying
Ooh,
that
4 people.
right now,
Yes.
imminently, it is not
It's like
happening.
playing
So I just want to
pinball,
underscore that
pinball,
for, because
whatever it's
trust me, I'll
called.
get the hate mail too.
Okay, here we go.
And I'm not reading it.
I
I need
really
a
like
break from the
these
hate mail.
beanies.
By the
These
way, if you
beanies
appreciate the
take
content,
my
now
breath
that
away.
we
Okay.
discussing that, please hit the
Sometimes when
like button.
I've
Please
never
subscribe.
really
Please share with a
actually like
friend. Next week, Donna will be celebrating
made some
Jewish
stuff
New
where I'm
Year,
just like kind of getting like
jamming,
I
and I'll be
don't really
celebrating
like
from my
sometimes like I
home
want to keep them for
in
myself,
Miami
but
Beach.
no, this is
And
the first time where
we
I'm
will
looking at
try to
them where I'm
bring you
like
some
I
content
want
over
to
those days,
recreate
but
this
that's
for
going to be a
myself
little
in this
break
color scheme with everything. I want
for
to do
the
sets with
Waldman
this. I want to
family
do moo
for
with
the
this. I want
holidays.
to do
Just giving you a
everything
little
with
heads
this.
up now.
So here it is, okay? I'm gonna show
Back
you
to
with
that.
the
Now we're
ones that I
talking about
love the
Patricia Berg
least
here. She's
to
one
the
of the
one that I love
jailhouse
the most. But this is 3
informants.
so far,
It
and I
says,
have 4.5.
at this
So I've
stage,
already
the
had
court must
the
make a
yellow. And if
finding
you want
that
to see the yellow,
Patricia Berg
go
was
to my
credible
Instagram, which is
before
Beanie
considering
Bonnets,
Miss Adelson's alleged confession to Berg. Under no
BENNETTES. Go check
set
it
of
out.
circumstances
Okay,
can Miss
check it out,
Berg
check
be
it out, check it out.
considered
Shout out for
credible.
the third person that's
She
in here. You're holding
testified the
it
defense
strong because if you
investigator
don't
with
let
whom she
go,
spoke
the
was
other
a
2 people
white
will hold
woman,
strong.
Miss
Stay in for
Hahn, who's
me, please.
obviously
I'll show you the stuff. So,
not white.
anyways, yeah,
Tim
here's this.
Jansen,
Okay, I love it.
I
It's
don't
great.
know.
It's an
It's
invention of
a funny
mine
argument. They're saying she's not
because,
credible because she couldn't
as you
get
can
the
see,
race of the
sometimes
woman,
you don't have,
the defense
you don't want to
investigator's
have your hair
race
looking
right.
like
Is
you're the
that
sun all the
enough
time. You want to
reason
compact it and hold it
here
together.
to
No.
That third
disregard her
person
as a
left,
credible
but that's
woman?
okay. Hold
No,
on
the
for the
jury
2. Let
instruction
me show you the
says
2 because
if
you
the
deserve
witness
it. Okay, you
says
deserve
or
it. You've been holding for the
says
longest.
something that's contrary to
Check
what they
it
said before,
out.
you decide decide what credibility. You decide whether
This
you
hole right here
accept
is
all of
for
it,
your
part of it, or
hair
none of
and
it.
your
You're the
locks. Okay,
triers
I
of
see
fact.
now we've got
You
4
determine
people. 2
credibility.
people
It's not the
decided to
court's
come in.
role to determine
Shout out
credibility.
to you,
It's the
2
jury.
people. So yeah, this is a beanie. This is single crochet. This took about 4 to 5 hours. So these take about 4 to 5 hours to make, all of my beanies, because they have love. They're single crochet. Oh yeah, by the way, this is bamboo. Oh, shout out to the one person that's still in here. This is bamboo, okay? And we love the fact that it's bamboo because we only need good material on our bodies. So this is bamboo. I'm really happy. I'm happy for it. Tell me what you think. I love it. I think it's cute.
Give them credit. They're 27 felony.
All right, so this is that one, right? And then if you want to, you don't have to have the little lid that's up here. You can have it long, because some people like it long, like this. Ooh, back to zero. Zeros are numbers. Zeros are numbers. So we gotta shoot up to above 17, because 17s are highest. Okay, let us just manifest that. Above 17, above 17, above 17. Anyway, so here's this.
We learned
you can have it this long if you want to.
They didn't take
I just like the colors, you know. I was just like, imagine like a nice little, you know, person who has this on. They'd be like ordering tea, you know, and they'd just be like, oh yeah, here's my green tea, la 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 la. So here's this. That's what we have. Okay. So now we're gonna show the next one, the other one. Shout out to the person who just came in. Thank you. I appreciate you.
This massive
okay,
so millions of
I have to
leaving
fight
the nail
between
salon
these two.
to try and
So
press
this
on
is
for the
this
first
the
time
one.
because they're waking up to like, wait, I'm saving so much time and money, and I'm getting even more compliments. Plus, my nail health is amazing. What was
this
I
one makes me
doing
feel
before?
so
You know what
happy.
it
It makes me
is?
feel
It's
so
because people
good.
are
Look
either
at that
doing
beautiful
gel
dog
X
that's
or
just
acrylic, and those really
lying
damage
down.
your nails. So this is actually much more affordable. Yeah, it would be like $150 at the nail salon. I really have noticed it's a movement because a lot of times I'll be asking people, you know, where do you go to the nail salon? Where do you do your nails? And they're like, girl, these are press-ons. Yeah, everyone's waking up. It's like, it's honestly so amazing to see because I've been chatting to my house about this for the longest time, but everyone's like so scared to break, you know, a comfortable routine that they have, which is like going to the nail salon.
I just love how the
people like have a hard
look
time
at the yellow one right
hump,
here.
but once they do,
Look at
what
the
we found
orange
is
right
they
here.
never go back.
And look at the pink right here. It just makes sense. It's just beautiful colors together. Now let's look at this color. Okay. Oh, these are the same colors.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean, the
it
difference
is.
between Bernhardt
Look
and
at this
Bird is
red.
Bernhardt had the receipts. She
Actually, no. Forget that red.
They played the video
Look at that
showing
pink.
Donna writing out the script. They had
Look at that black.
a handwriting expert verify that it was a script. Not that they needed
Look at that
one
black.
written by Donna.
Look at that red and look at that red. That's it. That's the best one right now.
The script corroborates what she was saying.
Yeah. Ooh, that black and two red look good right there.
You're just trying to have
and the orange and pink and yellow.
Word. But again, that's the province of the jury, not
I just love it. I just love it. I just think I just did a good job. This is single crochet as well, and also it is bamboo.
They're asking the judge to take the jury out of it with regard to Miss Bird.
This is my favorite.
Incredible, so you know she wasn't a valid witness.
I just love the color scheme. This is black.
So the defense is complaining about the credibility of these witnesses, but yet they played that long video of her client sitting with the defendant, showing there was opportunity for her to do exactly what the lady said.
I've
now,
never
why
really
would you
seen
show
it
that
in this
video?
in this
her sitting down with her writing.
And this right here
I don't know if
is
they were thinking when they introduced this evidence.
It kind of gives off blue.
Oh, she said she wrote this.
But I love it.
Oh,
it's
well,
bamboo
she's sitting
too.
with her in this pod area.
This is for my. These are my beanie moms.
But off by himself.
These are my beanie moms.
She had opportunity.
So yeah, I love it. It feels good. It's
This is funny. I'm just looking at the comments, but I believe the snitches in Rivera and Katie 85%, and it's interesting because some of these jurors said, I mean, across the board, people think that Louise
you can
Rivera,
be cocky about what you make.
Has always been pretty credible.
Imagine this
but
beanie on
let's
your
scroll
head.
forward here. This is the actual filing from today that we're kind of going through piece by piece.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make outfits with these. The matching mini skirts with the matching corset top with the matching beanie.
So this is interesting, Tim. There's no evidence that Mrs. Adelson committed any act or uttered any words in furtherance of the offense prior to it being completed. And for that reason, the evidence is not sufficient to support her convictions as a principle of first-degree murder. I mean, Tim, again, this is what these jurors had to figure out. And Georgia had that amazing metaphor, Sarah Catherine Dugan, of the train car. And these jurors all said it was obvious that she had, a part in this, even though I guess there's no direct, there's no smoking gun. The jurors still came to this conclusion.
Well, this is the one that Joe and I agree is their strongest one on appeal. This is their strongest motion for the first-degree murder. And that's why I thought principle of this, no direct evidence before. I thought the jury might have some concerns. And so that's why I thought it might take more than a couple hours for a verdict. But this is their strongest one. We'll see what the jury does.
Should I do the gray already? Yep, I did the gray.
They did in Winchester or Denise Williams.
It might be black
They
time.
might throw out the first degree and leave it with the conspiracy and solicitation like they did.
Did I put white in there or did I put the baby yellow? I already did
I think they have a
yellow.
lot of evidence against Wendy that did not come from any of her testimony. You just don't know what you don't know, but I would have to agree optimistically with Jared. I also believe, this is silly, but I believe in momentum and karma and all these things. But Tim, the defense dropped the lesser charges. Do you think this jury would not convict a grandma? I forgot about that part, Tim.
We got this.
They did drop those lesser charges under Berta 1, right?
Well,
we already used this yellow, so we're not putting it in there again.
They can't prove the first-degree murder.
I've moved my colors around a little bit, so
make a concession and go with.
And I don't think this one. I wanted this one to have white in it. I don't think.
Because if you get, manslaughter, you get second degree. That's still the rest of her life. Let's shoot for you getting out. Let's shoot that they didn't have enough for first degree and we'll find you not guilty. Oh, they were wrong.
Look at this comment. Welcome to my life. Joel, I thought you said we're going to get new stories this week, not related to the Adelson family. Crazy for crochet. It is Tuesday. How many days in the week?
I'm crocheting again. I like watching STS Nation.
We have some
Shout out to
witnesses
STS
coming on tomorrow,
Nation.
but Thursday, just for you, Crazy for Crochet. And by the way, someone from a foreign land, from me, I want to say, Vienna, emailed me a beautiful email that they started crocheting, and I hope it's not you, Crazy for Crochet, because then I would be poking fun at the person who, long story short, they started crocheting a blanket at the beginning.
I wish I could pay for live sports for just one day and not the whole month. Sling lets you do that.
I wish I could finish one sentence without some man cutting
Any
me.
other wishful thinkers?
Did you hear me?
Introducing Passes. Get live TV for the day, week, or weekend, starting at $4.99.
Sling lets you do that. Just that, excuse me.
Chime exists to help everyday Americans make it. If you get paid on your terms, your world opens
I
up.
appreciate the one
and
person
your
that's in
people
here.
start
Thank
to
you so
find
much. But you're watching me
That's
eat
when
them.
you're making it.
When I'm
Download
hungry,
the
I
Chime
eat.
app today.
Donna's trial, and they finished it, and they wanted to gift it to me, which I'm going to gift to Carm. So they were sending it from
I just
overseas,
watched somebody
and that's
blow
why I
his nose and
say
he's wiping
best
it.
guess, better community.
It's one thing I don't like about winter. The sniffle.
Notice I'm leaning down because our mic stand is
There's
broken.
a lot
And when
I
I was
don't
in
like about
Tallahassee,
winter,
someone
but
brought me
sniffles
a
is
Fisher
another
Price toy because we have Fisher Price equipment to remind me. That's why I'm low riding in the chair today. Shanta, the defense pisses me off. They conceded that Donna authored the script, not the inmate. What about that, Betsy? That's interesting. Did they just put their foot in their mouth, I guess?
Yeah, they absolutely did concede that. And, when you have witnesses whose
Get it, girl.
credibility
Get
is
it,
in
girl.
question, you have to look at
Get it,
what they're saying
girl.
and does it fit
She's
into
working
the
it
rest of
out,
the
girl.
evidence. And I think that definitely is why Katie McManaman's testimony never made sense until she started testifying against Charlie and Donna, and then all of a sudden you could find her believable because what she is saying can be corroborated and make sense. And so that's what they did with this particular inmate is, they didn't just put these people on and say, tell us what you know, but they brought the goods with them, something that couldn't be refuted. And so that made at least that one inmate credible.
Go through a little bit more of this as much as I can tolerate, then we'll get some final thoughts in a little bit. But this is, we're finding out a motion to nowhere. Let's see here. Charlie's testimony also included the fact that he did not tell Mrs. Adelson, aka Mom, he paid Magbanua for the shooting until September 17th, 2014.
Shout out to the one person that's
no
in here.
evidence was presented that Mrs. Adelson was aware of anything other than Mr. Markel had been killed prior to September 17th, 2014. I mean,
That's
Tim, the
two
thing
things
is,
at once.
we've got, thanks to Chris Corbett, like an
And he
hour and
makes
6,
sound.
an hour and 8 minutes unaccounted for, where the jurors, again, came to the conclusion that there was some sort of handoff going on here. I mean, you'd literally have to restructure the jury system and the way evidence is presented in court for that. I mean, they're trying to structure the narrative according to their own details.
And his guitar
Did
case
the
is so
judge,
lovely.
did the jurors say that the outside meant outside and 10 minutes meant 10 minutes? Did you ask him that juror?
I did not.
Velvet in the inside.
But I did ask the juror about that, and they just said something along, I think it was juror number 5, I think it was Mitch McKenzie, who basically said, look, that was very odd. That's what he said. It was very odd. Everything went dark at that time for an hour and 6 minutes. It was the night of the, after the murder, and they were on their way to Tallahassee. So I think they just kind of came to their own conclusion.
The colors of the rainbow. That's what he should
Timothy.
Say. So
Did you ask me a question? I'm sorry.
I was getting ready for Sunday. No. I was just saying that they all just kind of concluded that time period, that hour and 6 minutes,
right,
shady was going on. But
they certainly had that time frame fit within the geo-tracking of the phone lines, right? Mm-hmm. And it fit the text messages between the two co-conspirators. Outside, 10 minutes. And it fit the narrative that the co-conspirator, Katie, said, Mom just came by and dropped the money off with Harvey. It all fit. And they don't want it to fit. That's why they came up with that excuse. Outside doesn't mean outside. Same way Charlie had to say that he gave the money only because he was embezzled, because he knew it was stapled, and Lewis got stapled money. So he had to come up with an excuse, right? Had to come up. They knew that she wrote that inmate wouldn't have that information, and they knew it was her handwriting. So then they just tried to diffuse it by saying, oh, she wrote it, but she told her what to say. You just can't, it defies logic and common sense.
By the way, I was looking at some pictures of Robert Redford. May he rest in peace. Passed away at
89.
89. Him and Paul Newman, man. Good-looking fellows back in the day. Neither with us anymore. The popcorn is still here, though. That's when movie stars were movie stars. No evidence was admitted during trial to establish the purpose for which Mrs. Adelson had the tag number in her 2014 planner. At worst, even if Mrs. Adelson dropped cash off at Charlie. House after the murder, Betsy, and signed the payroll checks after the murder, it would establish her culpability as an accessory after the fact, but are not competent evidence as principal to first degree murder. Again, I mean, is this in your opinion the strongest part of their filing here?
It seems to contradict the paragraph you just went through, where they said, the only evidence that she knew anything was as of September 14th, and this money drop happened the day of the murder, correct? Because they were on their way up to Tallahassee. So, again, common sense. It does not make sense that somebody who didn't know a murder was going to happen and is going to drop money off the day of the murder right after it happens. I mean, of course, if anything, that suggests she did know. She did know. She had the money ready to go. She had even washed it, and she dropped it off. So no, I don't think that has any merit.
So you'll look at these motions, and this is the exact reason why Donna did not testify. It looks like this defense team, their whole defense was to beat murder one. That was their whole defense, was to beat murder one. That's why they never talked about the tag and the planner. They never asked questions. They never did anything. It was there. They didn't want her to have to explain. She would have had to explain that if she took the stand. And they're going back. Everything was done afterwards, nothing beforehand. They're trying to get the same thing that Williams got and get that first-degree murder overturned. That is what they're trying to do.
But even without first-degree murder, with the other charges, solicitation, conspiracy, it's a life sentence, right? So what's the...
Well, she'll get 30 years on the conspiracy and 30 years on the solicitation.
When she's 70,
but they're going to say we won the first-degree murder count.
Oh, wow!
And they'll claim it was a victory.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Tayo Toys here. What happened to Charlie's Ferrari? And he just asked if Wendy's going to hand glide into Mexico.
Okay.
How about a hand glider with Wendy on it? I'll put that right next to my STS Ferrari that I keep sacred in the studio. Let's see what else we've got going here. When does Donna go to prison? Tim, tell us, there's more here. We're going to get to it. But real quick, Tim, sentencing, which is now described as a case management hearing.
That's not sentencing.
Yeah, so what is that? It's on October 14th. So what's going on here?
What's going to happen is they're going to come in sentencing or case management. Do we have the pre-sentence report? Those things don't get done in 30 days. Sometimes it takes 45, 60 days. They're going to say, does everybody have the pre-sentence report? Yes. Okay, let's set a sentencing date now that everybody has it. Because if you set a sentencing date and you don't have the pre-sentence report, they're just going to have to continue it. After having sentencing, they want the victims to be able to come and call witnesses. And so that's what they're doing. Case management is not sentencing. If the judge was going to do sentence, he would have said sentencing.
So when do you think sentencing will happen?
It'll probably be 30 days after the case management.
Because I've done yellow.
And then, does she get remanded right after that to state prison? Is that when?
Well, she's in custody. They'll keep her local, and then usually 7 days to 10 days they transfer them to the intake for the Department of Corrections, where they'll do her medical, her dental. They'll look at her crime. And then they'll determine where they're going to house her with separatees. Like she can't be with Katie, So. Then they'll determine where she's going.
I've heard she's probably going to Lowell, which doesn't sound like too much fun. But we did a show on that earlier in the week. Okay, so this is the last part of this filing we'll read, and then we'll get some final thoughts. There was also no evidence Mrs. Adelson was even aware, according to Jeff Lacasse, that's Wendy's ex-boyfriend, that Charlie Adelson looked into hiring a hitman in the summer of 2013 to establish a prima facie case of conspiracy. The state had to admit evidence that A, the intent of Donna Adelson was that the offense of first-degree murder would be committed, and B, in order to carry out the intent, Donna Adelson agreed, conspired, combined, confederated with Charlie Adelson or Catherine McBaneau or other persons that caused first-degree murder to be committed either by them or one of them or by some other person. Again, Betsy, this is all legalese here, but I guess Tim's point is well taken in that they're trying to basically lose the murder one rap, which is a moot point for Donna because 30 years, 5 years could be the end of her existence on this earth in a prison.
No more driving across town, no more signing paper leases. You can go straight to our website from the comfort of your vehicle or your home. And you can rent a unit, make your payment, and you can set up and manage your account right there to do everything you need to do in relation to your unit. And you get instant access right then to go to your unit and start using the space. To start the rental process, or to get a hold of one of our customer service reps, visit boltstorage.com today.
The other ones have white in them, and I just don't want to add white to this one. I had a special vision. I didn't want it to be like cream dreamy. I wanted it to be more like a sunsetty. Not much clouds.
You know what they say. You get out what you put in. I'm 2 steps ahead of being a step ahead.
But I mean, do you agree with Tim that appears to be what they're
I kind of want to watch a dramatic show.
Yeah, I do.
So this
and
is
I agree
how
with him as well.
I hide this tail.
The weakest part
And I
of
add my
the
color.
prosecution's case.
Add my black in
I
here.
think they did establish through
Boom.
the
Here's
text
my black.
message about the birthday gift.
Shout out
that,
to the 3 people in
she,
here still holding
she
it
knew,
strong.
and one of the jurors even testified.
I am so
one
proud
of the
of
biggest
you. And hey, if you ever, it's Saturday, right? If you can find an hour or 20 minutes with yourself, please.
Right in line to where
pick up a
the
craft
first
and do some.
attempt in
Jeez,
June
over here,
2014
we love
occurred.
people who
So,
are
to me,
crafting
that's
along.
evidence. Now, is it overwhelming evidence? I don't know.
So
but,
we go in here.
Here we are trying to put all this
there.
together, and there was evidence of it. And the jury recognized
I'm gonna
it for
have
what it was.
on my
and
website
they ruled the
my
way they
own
did.
vlog.
But
And in my vlog is where it's gonna be my diaries. And in my diaries, shout out to the 2 people. That means shout out to the 1 person. You are the strongest of them all, right?
The way their motion practice, the way they tried their case, kept Donna off there, called these character witnesses. They would never try to win this case in the courtroom. They're trying to win it on appeal, and they're trying to argue that none of the elements have not been met for first degree and for conspiracy. That's what they're hoping to do, is win it on appeal. And they did all they could or did not do anything that would attack those arguments they're going to make on appeal. They preserved them for a new trial, so they'll have them for appeal.
Tim Jansen, why do you think it is that not one juror, as far as I know, from Charlie Adelson's trial did any media? And by the way, if you're out there and you want to do media, survivingthesurvivor@gmail.com. But why do you think that is, Tim? Why didn't they come forward?
I think they were more, I think that they were older. And I think this jury was more scared of Charlie than they are of Donna. And I think they felt more free to talk about Donna than they were, because I think they had a lot of vitriol for her because they realized she was the one that probably caused this thing to happen. She was the reason. We all know Charlie didn't care. I guess that's a little cavalier. Charlie wasn't concerned about Wendy being up here as much as Donna was, because Charlie really wasn't losing. Charlie and Wendy were never that close, it seems like. And he didn't have time to take care of the grandkids. He was out there trying to make grandkids. So I think just the vile hatred towards Donna and her cavalier attitude and what thought she could get away with this crime, I think these jurors wanted to come out and say how strong the evidence was. And these are younger jurors. Their social media is important to them. It's their everyday life. And so that's why I think you see that now. And I think we'll see it going forward. More jurors, you're going to see the jurors come out on social media.
Thank you. Welcome.
So this is interesting. I'm glad the COE brought this up.
Hopefully we will finish this.
Josh Sullivan, at least once, if not more, and this was when Donna was getting ready to testify, he said that he had hesitations for his client to do that because of, quote unquote, the peanut gallery. And I'm going to read this, and I got to be honest, and I'm being fair to Josh Sullivan. I have no idea what he's talking about. I wasn't in there for every minute, but I was in there for a lot of the trial, and I did not notice any of this, and I consider myself fairly observant. But point 65 here in filing, not only he's talking about the gallery, people who were there to trial watch, not only were they laughing out loud, videos and images captured through the live video casting revealed gallery members making faces and moving about to capture the attention of the jurors while testimony was underway. This interfered with the jurors' ability to focus on the evidence. Not one of them told me this, and distracted them from closing arguments. Not a single one said that to me. The court admonished the defendant on numerous occasions that she was not, meaning Donna was not permitted to show any emotion in the presence of the jury. The law does not require that a defendant appear without any emotion. Betsy, I honestly don't know what he's talking about. It would be wrong if people in the gallery were doing that, and I don't think Judge Everett would allow that. He gave directions. He even walks back to the gallery. People don't see that when he's not on camera. He walks toward the gallery. He stands right at the entrance to the gallery, and he says, under no circumstances will you guys make any faces, yada, yada, yada.
Make your team happier with easy tools. In-app messaging to stay connected. Simple scheduling with useful alerts. Plus onboarding tools, performance tracking, HR, and more. Homebase, built for small business. Join for free now.
Not sure what Josh Zelman is talking about here. I mean, it's concerning if it happened. I can't imagine he would just make it up, would you?
No, but I'm feeling a little gaslighted here because I was there for part of the trial and the rest of it I watched, and I didn't see anything like that. And I remember hearing the judge clearly tell the gallery over and over again, nobody make any faces, nobody react. You know, he was always out in front of that. And not only that, but the judge was there. You know, the judge could have seen, he was right at the front of the courtroom. He could have seen that if it was happening. And if I have no doubt that if it was happening, he would have said something. I mean, there's one thing you can say for Judge Everett is he went to great lengths to make sure that this was a fair trial. And so I don't know. Again, to Joe's point before, like it's general. There's not like a lot of.
I might just end this live and just soak up sun by myself. But
on this day, there's none of that there. There's just kind of general allegations that the gallery was acting a fool, and I don't remember that. I didn't see that, and I don't agree that that's accurate.
Yeah, by the way, Maureen Guichard here with a comment that's interesting. The defense didn't even know when one of their witnesses was sitting in the gallery. That happened twice. Back-to-back days where they were supposed to be sequestered. The only one making faces and acting a fool was Donna. But listen, I will defer to Josh Zelman. Josh, if you want to come on, the platform is yours. We talking about practice here for Tim. This is intense, Tim. Are you saying that the defense, with that funny Canadian spelling, literally withheld certain evidence or just arguments? Does this mean ineffective assistance of counsel arguments are void if they argue this, Tim James?
No, a lot of times you have what's called trial strategy, and as long as your client signs off on it, and we know at one time the defense needed time, and the
sun is making me so sleepy.
Had the client sign off on it, and I think it might have been when they were going to admit that it was her handwriting. They wanted her to admit it
so
because
I'm gonna go
it's kind of an admission.
Probably take a little nap. Soak up some sun
to get a conviction and then come back and say she never wanted them to do that.
And then I'll probably get back on here and then
I think this was a little
disingenuous
about her not being able to testify. They didn't even come back in the next day and say, Judge, now she wants to testify. And if the judge would have denied it, they might have preserved it. But at no point did she ever say, I want to testify. At no point. And she had 24 hours after, because they didn't do closings till the next day.